On the night of June 12th, the James Webb Space Telescope recorded a cosmic event that sent shockwaves through the world of astronomy. And believe me, all of this will blow your mind. A massive object, nearly the size of a small planet, collided with Neptune's atmosphere. Can you imagine how serious this is for us as humanity and for the entire universe? NASA scientists didn't just observe, they were completely astonished by what had occurred. It all started with a sudden burst of energy captured by James Webb's near-infrared camera. Within minutes, it became clear, an object of unprecedented force had struck Neptune. You might think this is just a normal cosmic event, but no, absolutely not. Once you find out why this is so unusual and beyond comprehension and what it could lead to, you'll be truly amazed. This wasn't just a random comet. This was something much bigger. Located nearly 1 million miles from Earth, the James Webb Telescope was designed to observe the farthest depths of the universe. But no one imagined, or expected, that it would record a planetary collision in real time, especially with a gas giant like Neptune. Do you know what made the event even more bizarre? The data observed after the collision. A gigantic gas column, thousands of kilometers wide, rose up from Neptune's southern hemisphere. The temperature in that area increased by more than 60 Kelvin degrees, an event never before seen in the history of Neptune or our universe. Let's try to fully understand why this happened. The scientific world literally exploded. Could it have been a wandering object the size of a planet? Or a piece of a shattered satellite? Or maybe an artificial structure? For the first time, the theory of intelligent design entered into scientific discussions, but the mystery doesn't end there. A few hours after the collision, Webb's sensors recorded a very faint but structured energy signal, neither random nor natural, and this signal came precisely from the point of impact, as if something was trying to respond. Is that all this event was about? Of course not. The real science fiction is yet to come. In the next episode, when scientists enhanced and analyzed that energy signal, what they found and witnessed, you won't believe your ears. After scientists analyzed the structured signal from Neptune, they were left so stunned they could hardly speak. First, the signal was separated from the cosmic background noise. The waveform wasn't random. It contained clearly repeating patterns, like a code. Using advanced artificial intelligence algorithms, the signal was amplified, and several fragments were decoded. And what they discovered simply should not have existed. Inside the pattern, there was geometry, not chaos. The structure followed sequences of prime numbers, golden ratio patterns, and, astonishingly, fundamental elements of binary logic. This wasn't just energy, this was information. What did that mean? Something, or someone, had sent this signal deliberately. The signal had its own rhythm, like a heartbeat. With each new reading, it became increasingly clear that this energy spike wasn't natural. The team compared it with all known phenomena: pulsars, magnetars, gamma-ray bursts, none matched. With deeper analysis, a specific portion of the signal revealed what appeared to be an encoded image, or something very close to one. The pixelated structure showed a circular construct with symmetrical formations surrounded by spiral lines. Researchers had no name for it. It didn't resemble anything created by humans, but it was intentional. That was the moment everything changed. NASA encrypted the findings and cut off public access to the Webb telescope's live feed. The media was silenced, but leaks occurred. And now, those leaks are causing panic behind the scenes. Why? Because they know this wasn't a random collision. Whispers are already spreading among scientists that this was a probe, a message wrapped inside a crash. And the most terrifying part? The signal hasn't stopped. Now, let's look at how James Webb is still receiving faint signals, and what the horrifying countdown sequence embedded within them might mean. For days, the James Webb Telescope continued to receive fragments of the signal, pulsing, intelligent, patterned. But then, something changed. A mathematician at the European Space Agency noticed an anomaly in the waveform, a repeating countdown sequence buried within the signal. At first, it seemed abstract, just numbers. But when overlaid with a time-based model, it began to align perfectly with Earth's own rotation. It was a clock, and it was ticking toward something. The countdown wasn't linear. It used a logarithmic scale, accelerating exponentially toward an unknown 0 point. Experts fed the data into high-powered quantum simulators, and the output was disturbing. The endpoint of the countdown appeared to be 34 days away. What happens in 34 days? No one knows. NASA, ESA, and even independent observatories have gone into blackout mode. Leaks suggest international emergency protocols have been triggered behind closed doors. Satellite arrays have been retuned. Deep space antennas are now constantly pointed at Neptune. Meanwhile, data analysts have identified strange fluctuations in Earth's magnetosphere, as if it were reacting to something distant. Some speculate that the collision on Neptune wasn't the end. It was the beginning. A signature. A signal flare. A warning. What makes this even more terrifying is the latest image embedded in the signal. It appears to depict our solar system, but altered. One planet is missing. Earth. In its place, a dark void. Scientists are still debating its meaning. Some call it metaphor. Others say it's prophecy. But the signal continues. Stronger, sharper, more deliberate. And with each passing day, the countdown ticks closer to 0. It happened precisely at 4:32 UTC. As the final impulse of the mysterious signal faded, inexplicable global anomalies erupted across Earth, and none of them could be explained by science. In various parts of the world, magnetic compasses began spinning erratically. Power grids in at least 7 countries collapsed simultaneously. Hundreds of satellites entered emergency fail-safe modes. But the strangest of all, the ionosphere pulsed, as if something had touched it from the outside. There are things we are unaware of, things hidden from humanity. At the South Pole, one of the world's most isolated neutrino detectors picked up an impossible signal. Particles moving faster than the speed of light. It defied the known laws of physics. It rewrote them. And then, silence. Not just radio silence. Something deeper. Astronomers reported that several well-known pulsars, stars as precise as atomic clocks, went completely dark for 13 full seconds, as if the universe itself had paused to hold its breath. Inside NASA's Deep Space Network control room, no one spoke. They had been preparing for impact, for disaster, for invasion. But this was different. It felt like the silence of something testing the patience of the cosmos. And then, after minutes of stillness, the signal returned. But it had changed, no longer fragmented or chaotic. Now it was slow, purposeful, and calm. A single repeating frequency, as if something or someone was trying to communicate in a language we could finally understand. Some saw it as a message, others a warning. But the real shock came a few hours later when James Webb transmitted a new image. Neptune was visible again, but the massive gas column was gone. In its place, floating above the impact site, was a perfect geometric structure, triangular, metallic, silent. It was completely motionless. No heat signature, no emissions, no scientific explanation. Every space agency on Earth came to the same conclusion. This was not natural. It had been placed there, deliberately. But by who? And why now? Governments remain silent. But within secret labs, the debates are intensifying. Have we witnessed first contact? Or is this only phase 1? The triangular object above Neptune went viral overnight, despite government denials. Panic quietly spread. Some prayed, others protested. Scientific circles were split. Was it a discovery or a trap? CERN halted all experiments after detecting unknown energy resonance. World leaders debated defense, not diplomacy. The countdown embedded in the signal was real and accelerating. Then, James Webb detected a second identical object, invisible but gravitationally present. Suddenly, time began to distort. Stars reappeared, signals reversed. CERN declared, "This is no longer astrophysics. It's interference with reality's structure." Finally, a message came. Clear, coded, just one chilling sentence. Remain in waiting. When it begins, it will already be too late. The countdown reached 0. No explosion, no sound, just nothing. Then, the object vanished, without a trace. Earth's magnetic field changed subtly. Gravitational sensors caught an echo from deep space. Then, the final signal arrived. No modulation, no distortion, just 3 words. "We are watching." The scientific world shattered. Was this contact or judgment? Now we know. We're not alone. And they're observing. This wasn't just a discovery. It was the beginning of something far greater. Subscribe to Future Bound, because the future isn't coming. It's already here.